Sagrajatam Sangham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Shakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Gopade Gopesha Gopika Ganta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Prishabhano Sade Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyahe Vacha Paditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Nama Eva Kevalam Kolau Nasteva Gattiranyata Hare Krishna. Okay. So reading from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Eastern section, second wave, Sadhana Bhakti. So the last verses was about taking shelter of the Lord, Sharanapati. Also, full faith was explained, Diriya Vishwas. And the last verse, was in regards to seeing things related to the Lord. So text number 204 and 205. Tatha chatta traiva trista sprista tatha dhyata kirtita namita stuvata ropita sevito nityam pujita tulasi subha navada tulasim devim ye bhajanti dine dine yuga koti sasrani teva santi harer grihe. So this is from Skanda Purana. Those who worship auspicious Tulsi daily by 9 processes, namely seeing, touching, meditating, glorifying, offering obeisances, praising, planting, serving and worshipping her, live in the Lord's house for 10 billion yugas. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. Rupita comes from the root ru, whose meaning Dattvartha is sprouting seeds, planting, and making them visible, growing. The causative form is ropayati, and the participle is ropita. Thus the meaning is that every day one should handle the tulsi in such a way that there will be leaves and buds available every day. Not that one should plant them every day. So our acharyas in our sampradaya have established the worship of Tulsi Devi on a daily basis. Actually, Prabhupada is instructed in the morning after Mangalatik to worship Tulsi Devi by watering her at least. Everyone should give water to Tulsi Devi, offer obeisances, glorify her, and one pujari usually is offering artik to Tulsi Devi. And in many temples, so they do in the evening also. Here, whereas here, in the very beginning this was also done, but then due to kirtan and being very crowded in the evening, most of them even in the morning, so there is kirtan in the evening, and there used to be Bhagavad Gita class also, but that also has been stopped because it is too crowded. In other temples in ISKCON, they are still doing morning and evening. In established temples where there's not too much crowd. Whereas in other places it may be done only the morning. And devotees usually they will do at home usually once a day, mostly. Sometimes twice a day also it is done. So even Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada also established in his temples at least once a day, or many times they do 2 times a day also. And you can see that in all the sampradayas they have great respect for Tulsi Devi. They keep the Tulsi plant, they worship the Tulsi plant, and you can see all over India, pious persons who worship the Lord, they will all have a Tulsi plant in the garden or in the house, and they will do some worship, or at least they will offer water. And then they use the flowers in the worship of the Lord. Because it is also mentioned that when we offer some bhoga to the deities, we should offer also the Tulsi leaves on the bhoga, on the plate, or sometimes for each item, if it is available, if there's plenty of Tulsi leaves. In the West, sometimes it is very challenging to keep Tulsi because of the weather, especially in the winter, it's very cold. But most of the places and the devotees, they have taken very nice care of Tulsi Devi, making arrangements so that in the winter she can also survive by having heating system or light bulbs which give warmth also. And so they're taking nice care. So actually it is a big challenge to take nice care of Tulsi Devi. Anywhere, even here in India, bugs are there many times and they attack the Tulsi plant, the leaves, they eat the leaves. So it is a big challenge. And so, but Prabhupada, he gave simple instructions, and even he said that just by giving everyday water and sprinkling the Tulsi plant with water, so that will also keep the bugs away. So we should try our best. And even here in our temple, our ladies, they are very much devoted and they take nice care of Tulsi. And by worshipping Tulsi Devi, then we will get the mercy of Tulsi Devi, who is very dear to the Lord, Kesava, Krishna Priya, dear to Krishna. Of course, even on the altar, the devotees, at least one pujari is there who is worshipping Tulsi Devi. So here 9 processes are mentioned, Navada, how we may worship Tulsi Devi. So, because again at the same time it may not be possible for everyone to keep Tulsi at home. So for householders, they may not be staying near the temple, and then it may be challenging to take Tulsi and to keep Tulsi, especially in the West. So in India it's a little more easier. So therefore here it is also mentioned. So simply seeing Tulsi, by seeing Tulsi, of course then with the proper consciousness we see Tulsi, and then we may then pray to Tulsi, and then we get a benefit. So also touching Tulsi, when we offer water, and you can see the devotees, they will touch Tulsi to get her blessings, and then touching just like we touch the lotus feet of the Lord, or the lotus feet of the devotees, and then we put on our head in order to get the blessings, or touch our heart, because we ultimately, we are not in the head, we are in the heart. The soul is in the heart region. The soul is not really in the heart, but in the heart region, because the soul is transcendental to the body, transcendental to the heart. Meditating, if you don't have any Tulsi plant, and somewhere in Siberia or somewhere, it will be difficult there to keep Tulsi, right? You're from Russia? Siberia is far. Yeah, it's the middle of Russia.
That's so cold.
It's very cold.
But the greenhouses, I always there in Russia.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in Sindhu.
Okay, no problem. But anyhow, even you can have a picture of Tulsi Devi, and of course now, yeah, I was somewhere, where was it? A few months ago, and then in one place, and not in the temple, and there was no Tulsi around. Of course, now we have the mobile, and we can go and click Tulsi, and then you can see the nice plant, and then we can get the benefit. Or even you can just meditate. So we have seen Tulsi, and then you can just by meditation you can see Tulsi Devi and pray to Tulsi Devi, and sing the song which Prabhupada has given. Other songs are there by Bhakti Thakur in regards to Tulsi Devi, amongst the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, which they may chant. And so, and then we will get her mercy. So meditating, glorifying, offering obeisances, praising. Planting. Devotees, many times they try to, many times devotees they ask me to give them some seeds, and then in the West they try to grow Tulsi by planting it. So that is considered also one aspect of the seva, and even that is well known in India, that planting a tree, so that is, or putting a tree somewhere, that is considered to be auspicious. So of all the trees and the bushes, so Tulsi Devi is most glorious, most dear to Krishna. So planting Tulsi Devi, that is seva also. So by doing that we get her mercy, and well, here it is mentioned Yoga Koti Sahasrani, Yuga Koti Vasanti Harer Grihe. One can live in a house of Hari for 10 billion yugas. Of course, we are not interested to simply live in the Lord's house, but we are interested to go to the spiritual realm, to Golok Vrindavan. And so the prayer is there, and by singing the prayer every day, then eventually we'll be able to enter the pastimes of the Lord, to go to where Krishna performs his pastimes. Of course, already now we are fortunate, and practically, if one has deities, so then one is living the Lord's house, right? You have deities, so you're living in the Lord's house, right? It's not your house, right? You agree? Right. You go to anyone here in Vrindavan, so sometimes you go to somebody's house, and then if you have a nice house, then wow, you have a nice house. And devotees will say, it's not my house, it's Krishna's house. So everything belongs to Krishna. So already now, so we are fortunate to live in the Lord's house. But of course we do whatever Krishna wants, and as Mahaprabhu says, Nadanam najanam nasundarim kavitam vajagadisha kamaya mama janmini janminishwari bhavatad bhakti rahetiki tvai. So we are ready to take birth again and again and again, serving the Lord. At the same time, we want to get out of this material world also and enter the pastimes of Krishna in one of the universes, and then we hope to go to Golok Vrindavan and serve there eternally. And not come back to this material world. Of course, once one is liberated, then one will not come back to the material world. And even if one is coming back with Krishna, then one is not affected by the modes of material nature. So, at the same time, so they become perfect, it will take a little time. Of course, being in this material world at this present time, in the age of Kali, usually everyone wants quick result. So everyone is working, of course you need the money then. You're working, right? End of the month you're supposed to get some money. Or even then, so if one is not taking salary, but like the Brahmanas, they don't take salary. But they will get donation, so they will do a yagya, and after the yagya, dakshina should be there. And usually the Brahmanas, so they are detached and they are not asking a specific amount, or and not even that they are expecting, but it is the duty of the person who wants a yaga to be performed to give a donation. Otherwise, as mentioned in the scriptures, there will be no result. So it is natural that one will hope to get a result by performing one's duty also, and so by performing devotional service also. So we do for the pleasure of the Lord, Anyabilashita Shunyam Jnana Karma Navritam Anukulene Krishna Nushidanam Bhakti Ruttamam, not expecting any result. At the same time, as practicing devotee, we also want to see some result, that we are making a little advancement, that we become a little bit free from the miseries of this material existence. So it is almost natural. But the devotee is not specifically praying for that, but he is praying for pure devotional service, for the Lord's pleasure, so that Krishna may be satisfied. And then ultimately, if Krishna is satisfied, then we may also be satisfied. So similarly, so Prabhupada used to say, we should desire to go back home to Godhead. So the desire should be there to get out. At the same time, it is not we can force Krishna that, okay, now I served you 30 years and now I should get pure love for you and I should be free from this material existence. And after giving up this body, I have to go back home, back to Godhead. So we cannot force Krishna. But we hope and we pray. But especially we want to be engaged in pure devotional service. Tatenu kampam sasumiksamano, famous verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that if one is engaged in the service of the Lord with body, mind and words, tolerating all the difficulties which are there, then muktipade, the liberation, or for that matter bhakti, so is the rightful claim, dayabhak. So, yes, when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, so he, of course, an associate of the Lord, but in the past time, first he was a Mayavadi, and then he became devoted to Mahaprabhu. And he thought that verse should be changed from Mukti Pade to Bhakti Pade. That because we don't want simply liberation from this material existence like the Mayavadis, but we want Bhakti, we want pure devotional service. If Krishna is merciful and bestows pure bhakti to us, otherwise we're just struggling and hoping and praying, but depending on Krishna. So rightful claim, just like it is explained. In a family, father is there and he has some money, and usually it is handed down, some property is handed down. Father gets something from his father, and then when he's getting older he will give to his children. It is natural. And so one can claim. And so there's a law so there, that the children, they will get, in different places maybe different laws are there, like maybe here in India one law, in the West some other law is there. So yeah, my father just left his body half a year ago, and so in Italy where he lived, so usually if nothing specific is mentioned, then the wife will get half, and the rest, the second half, will be divided amongst the children, either 2, 3, 4, whatever. So that is the law there, unless by some agreement something else is decided. So, and in India usually also, of course, usually the person, he can make a will and he can decide to whom he will give what. So, but unless one is then disobedient, then a rascal son or rascal daughter, then he may not get anything. But otherwise, it is expected that they will get something. So similarly, if you serve Krishna, so it is natural that we will get the mercy of the Lord. And that we can practically see. So we get so much mercy of the Lord. And so we can advance more, and everything is fine, and almost everything is fine. But we have a place to stay, we have something to eat, and some transcendental happiness is there in the exchange with the Lord. But of course, depending on our taking shelter of the Lord, the more we take shelter, we are purified in consciousness, the more then the reciprocation is there. So, yes, so but here the point is that usually we are not desiring to stay too long in this material world. And so, but here, glorification of Tulsi Devi is there, and the benefit of Tulsi Devi is there. So if Tulsi is kept in the house, then one may be blessed. By Tulsi Devi, one is blessed by the Lord, life after life. And usually by the Lord's arrangement, If one is devoted in this lifetime, the next lifetime one will also be devoted. And Krishna has explained in Bhagavad Gita also. For one who does good, he will not be overcome by evil. So therefore we should always try to be following the devotional service properly and be respectful, be peaceful, be kind towards others, try to help others. And then, by Krishna's mercy, then we will have a quite peaceful life, and not only in this lifetime, but also in the next lifetime. And also, as the saying goes, whatever you sow, that you will reap. So if you put a mango seed in the ground, then you will get a mango tree. You put a cherry seed, you will get a cherry tree. Everything goes well. So if you do good, you will get good. But if you don't do good, if you're offensive, then you will also get reaction for that. So devotees should be always humble, tolerant, respectful, not selfish, but rather try to help others also. Nam Ruchi Vaishnav Seva Jiva Doya. Try to get a taste for chanting the holy names. And then serving the Vaishnavas. And then be merciful to the conditioned souls. Jiva Doya. And, so, in our daily life actually, so we are worshipping Tulsi and we are protected by Tulsi by having Kantimala. And we're chanting japa on the Tulsi Mala. So, even many times the counting bee is also Tulsi. So in this way we're in touch, we're touching Tulsi every day, many times, chanting japa. So the more you chant, the more you're blessed. By Tulsi and of course ultimately by Krishna. So, by the Acharya's mercy, by Prabhupada's mercy, the previous Acharya's mercy, Vaishnava's mercy. So we are very much connected to Tulsi Devi and or Vrinda Devi. So Tulsi Devi is here present in this world in practically almost unlimited expansions. Like here in Vrindavan there are thousands and thousands of Tulsi trees. So on the whole planet, especially in Bharatvarsha, but even other places, Malaysia, Indonesia, profuse growth of Tulsi is there, Tulsi. And when the climate is good, then Tulsi becomes very, very big. Like in Indonesia, they have big Tulsi trees, like almost 2 meters and thick like this. Because the weather is ideal for Tulsi Devi. Not too hot and not too cold, and enough rain, so then she's flourishing. Tulsi Devi ki. And so we use the Tulsi leaves, and as mentioned also the manjaris are used in the service of the Lord. When they're small, we offer to the Lord also for eating, or we put on the lotus feet of the Lord. Usually when we do puja, we put 1 Tulsi leaf dipped in chandan at the lotus feet of Krishna, or on 1 foot at least. So she's very dear to Krishna. And we put in Radharani's hand or in the Spirit Mata's hand. So with the idea that he will offer to Krishna. So we're praying to Tulsi Devi that we can reside in Braj, in Vrindavan, or that we may have Braj Bhav. That by her mercy, so Tulsi Devi, or then Vrinda Devi's mercy, then we can be engaged in the service of the divine couple. So in the spiritual world also Tulsi Devi is there, and she's under the care of Vrinda Devi, a very dear gopi of the divine couple, who is taking care of the bushes, not just Tulsi Devi, other bushes, creepers, trees, and even some birds, especially parrots and some other birds. And she's using them to send some messages to the divine couple, or when she's with Radharani, so sending a parrot to give a message, or another bird. And like we have Kavacha here, some devotees have Kavacha, Nrishinga Kavacha or something else with the Lord's, maybe Tulsi leaf, Mahaprasad or flower. So then they write message on the leaf. Small message, then they can put it here on Tulsi and on the parrot's neck, and then it is sent from Radharani to Krishna. And then you can read, okay, where to meet at night time. If the message has to be longer, they cannot write it there because it is too small. Then have also, even you can, must be still there in the market. So there's a traditional kind of container in which you can send a message. That was done previously also. So I used to have for the deities also, for Radharani. Especially in the Almira I used to have. So paraphernalia for Srimati Radharani, like Sindhu, Kajal, and all these things. And also I had this kind of container round, this long, and you can to keep a message. And then it is sent. Not with a parrot because it is too big, but with with the gopis or Subal, sending a message unseen to others. And previously also, when there was no mobile, no computers, somebody was going here and there, and then they have to introduce themselves. Parichai Patra, introductory letter. Then I did also the box, they open the box, and here is the letter, here, there's my introduction. Brahmana from this place. Studied in this, university, or what was it, the famous universities are there, no? Universities famous, what is Turkish, what is it? Takshila and Nalanda. So many famous universities were there. So then they were writing. So my name, son of Vishwakarma or Vishwasar, or whatever, Krishna Mishra or whatever, and the son of, and then Guru, and then from which place, and then which university, like this. Parichai, introduction. So I used to keep also in this box and keep in some kind of bag. So Vrinda Devi is taking care of all the plates, of all the bushes, creepers, Vrinda Devi, Tulsi Devi, and then the parrots and some birds are there. And of course there are some other gopis with her who are helping her, because so much to do in Braj is big, right? And so she needs assistance. So she has a few assistants helping her in the service of the divine couple. So she's so manifestation of course, ultimately everyone is expanded form of Srimati Radharani, the gopis, or the different energies are there, Lila Shakti. So the pastime potency. So she's very instrumental in arranging the pastimes of the divine couple. So Tulsi Devi is under Vrinda Devi. So therefore we pray also Vrindai Tulsi Devi, not just to Tulsi Devi but to Vrinda Devi. So, but yeah, so we have to be aware and conscious. So Tulsi Devi is there, and under the care of Vrinda Devi she is. So very special plant, and even it is accepted by, of course in Ayurveda, also Tulsi Devi is mentioned, that it is medicinal herb, very potent and very beneficial for the health also. But usually we don't use for medicinal purposes as Vaishnavas, but we only offer for the Lord's Seva. But then when you take the Tulsi, Mahaprasad, so that is also from the point of view, medicinal point of view, it is good for the health also. And that is recognized even by modern scholars and those who are knowledgeable in regards to plants and different plants and herbs. Yes.
So, Tulsi Devi, Vrinda Devi is arranging for the pastimes of Radha Krishna. So,
Purnamasi also,
she's
yeah.
also doing. So,
Yeah.
is there, like they are doing simultaneously or like together, or how?
Is a kind of transcendental teamwork is there. And by the same potency, Lila Shakti. So Purnamasi will do something, and then Vrinda Devi will do something. Yeah.
So is there like a specific kind of service they're doing, or is it like together, like a role where Purnamasi Devi comes in, or?
Yeah, they have the different roles. And it's not that Vrinda Devi, she's not under Purnamasi Devi.
So separate.
Separate, yeah. She's separate. Yeah.
Is Vrinda Devi just Vrindavan, or like?
Vrinda Devi, no, is a gopi.
Okay.
She's a gopi. Yeah.
She under divine couple.
Under the divine couple, yeah. She's like Samasneha. She has equal affection for Krishna and Radharani.
And equal for Chandravali?
For Chandravali, no. Chandravali is Vipaksha Gopi, staying away from Chandravali.
But Chandravali's group is also relishing the same amount of Vrindavan as Radharani's group.
Relishing
and
Vrindavan.
because Vrindavan is in itself is under Vrinda Devi, in a way, like all the bushes and the
Yeah,
and everything.
yes.
So she is also
Chandravali is also what?
like so Vrinda Devi is also in kind of like equally favorable to Chandravali also.
No, because she's Vipaksha. She's rival Gopi.
Yes.
But at the same time, so it is transcendental rivalry. And so it is transcendental, although sometimes it is mentioned there is no envy in the spiritual world. But at the same time, it is even mentioned on one of the Sanchari Bhav, envy is there. It is there, but it is in pure form. And it is a rivalry, so especially amongst the gopis, otherwise there's no kind of envy between others, but the gopis. So this transcendental rivalry is there. And but everything is based on pure love, and that is to augment the transcendental loving sentiments of the different gopis. And Krishna is going to the Vipaksha gopis, so And then Radharani is feeling something, why he's going there, and some kind of dislike is there towards the Vipaksha gopis. But it is based on pure love, and so that is transcendental envy is there. So if one is pure in consciousness, then one can appreciate.
So, Tulsi Devi is also Tulsi Gopi, or just a manifestation of
No, there are two things. One is a bush, which is known as Tulsi Devi, and there's a Tulsi Gopi also, and there's a Tulsi Manjari also. That is the name, Tulsi Manjari. Like Rati Manjari,
Yes.
Raghunath Das Goswami is known as Rati Manjari or Tulsi Manjari. She has two names. And there's a Tulsi Gopi also. Just a name, Tulsi. Nice name, no?
So we can say that Tulsi Manjari has manifested in the form of Manjari.
What?
Like Tulsi.
No, they're all expansions of Radharani ultimately. Even Chandravali ultimately, she's expansion of Srimati Radharani.
And Vrinda Devi and Purnamasi Devi both have some sneh for Radha Krishna.
Yeah. Like some of the gopis, like Lalita Vishaka, usually they are Samasneha. But then, for example, the Manjaris, they are Radhika Adhika Sneha. The Manjaris were younger than the gopis, and they are under Radharani, and they have more love for Radharani even than Krishna. And some they have Krishna Adhika Sneha, like those who are staying in Nandagaon or related to Krishna, like Kundalata, Dhanishta. They have little more love for Krishna than Radharani. But they also gopis and
And Chandravali's group also, they have more sneh because
of course,
they have
yeah, they have much more sneha for Krishna than Radharani. Yeah.
In this world, after purification, when devotees understand like difference, like Chandravali's servants and Radharani's servants, in this world after purification, they also cannot be close friends.
In this world?
Yes.
Yeah, also not in
Because,
this world,
in
yes.
heart, they will feel
Yeah.
they
Yes,
cannot be
like,
friends.
yeah. Even in this world, as sadhaka, in the beginning, everyone is, all the gopis are equal.
Yeah.
But if one is a little more purified in consciousness,
Like heart.
then like Raghunath Das Goswami, he went to Govardhan, and then one person gave me one big leaf cup with charge, buttermilk. He was sometimes only drinking some buttermilk. And then, so he was asking, where from you got this charge and this leaf? And then he said, what is the name of their...
Harasoji.
No, it's the place where Chandravali is staying, at Govardhan. What's the name again? Just... And yeah, whatever. So where she's staying, the place is there. He got it from there. When he heard that it is from there, he just threw away the leaf cup and the buttermilk. This is Chandravali's place. Go away, he told the devotee.
Like the nature that he.
Yeah. So, and sometimes even in ISKCON, the spiritual master gave me Chandravali to disciple. So my daughter got initiated by Radha Govinda Maharaj, so a few years ago, on Ekadashi just before Chaturmas. So, yeah. So I'd requested Radha Raman Maharaj and Radha Govinda Maharaj to give her initiation. She was a little shy to ask, and then they said, yeah, of course, yeah. And then they asked, we can give first and second together. And I said, yeah, fine. Because she already, she grew up and knows how to dress the deities and cook. And and it was, it was in the temple, in our temple, in front of Prabhupada and Gonitai. And then only few devotees knew that he will give initiation to Maharaj. But then in front of, and he asked me to be there. And then So then he asked me also to chant the Gayatri mantra on his behalf, because already at that time, so his health was not so good, and then I chanted the Gayatri mantra. But before that, actually, the thing was about the name. And then, so he said, the name is Chandravali. I said, what? But at that time I didn't say anything, because you know, how you can say in front of the deities, and then I told her the Gayatri, and then next day I went to Radharani Maharaj. She was staying in the Gurukul, which is not there anymore here. She was staying on the top floor. And then I told Radharani Maharaj, we cannot keep this name. I'm serving Radha Shama Sundar, Radharani. How in front of Radharani I can call Chandravali? It's not possible. We have to ask Maharaj to change the name. It was not possible for me. My daughter was a kind of, because she grew up and we gave her the knowledge, she was a kind, okay, Maharaj is giving the name. And she didn't say much what she could say, but my wife also, anyhow, okay, what to do? I said, no, it's not possible. So then I told Maharaj, and then Radharani Maharaj actually said, actually when we're discussing, because first the name was Chandramukhi I gave when she was born. Then Radharani Maharaj was saying, actually, Radha Govinda Maharaj was thinking Champakalata, but I was thinking Chandravali. And then Maharaj said, okay, they're brothers, right? So, but then he went again to Radha Govinda Maharaj and told him, and Maharaj said, yeah, we should give name Champakalata. So, yeah, then I was okay and my wife was okay. And my daughter was happy also. She liked the name better. But still my wife usually calls my daughter Chandramukhi. Just somehow. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Used to it, yeah.
Even me, she calls me Ashwin.
Yeah.
Because you're doing Raganuga preaching since a lot.
I'm doing Raganuga preaching. Now I'm speaking about Braj. I'm speaking about Vrinda Devi, Tulsi Devi, and yeah. What? Yeah. But yeah, we are trying to be in Raganuga Bhakti, yeah. And we are, yeah. But, so you chanted your rounds? How many rounds?
16.
Okay, good. 16, that's all?
No, till now.
Okay, till now, okay. You're reading Bhagavad Gita every day? Huh? Bhagavatam, okay. You're reciting some slokas of Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm putting you also in the right place, right? Perform Vaidhi Bhakti, okay? Don't jump to Raganuga Bhakti immediately. But you should try to enter slowly but surely. Right?
Yes.
It's okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You learn some slokas? How many slokas you know Bhagavad Gita? Huh? How many? How many? Don't look at him, I'm asking you. He doesn't know many slokas also. Some slokas you know, right? But he cannot read so much, so. But he's working hard, serving nicely. And he will learn his slokas, right? Bhagavad Gita, I told you to learn some slokas? I told you? So you're learning some slokas? No, why? You should learn, right? Okay? Yeah. So we are there on the reality also. So we're telling also about Vaidhi Bhakti that is there, mostly, but at the same time, and this is actually Rasa Shastra. What to do? And Rupa Goswami, Rasacharya. And yeah, so. So we are Rupanuga Vaishnavas following Rupa Goswami. What's your name? What's your name?
Rupanuga.
Rupanuga. What to do? I mean, you know. So who gave you the name? Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Yeah, right. So it's our line, right? We are Rupanuga Vaishnavas. And Rupanuga means also Raganuga Bhakta. If one is Rupanuga, one is Raganuga. But if one is Raganuga, one may not be necessarily Rupanuga. But we are Rupanuga and we are Raganuga Bhaktas. That we have to know. Or if we are not yet there, then we try to be there after some time. We don't have to hurry up, don't worry. And so we're not pressing the point. I didn't mention why you bring it up, huh? And it's okay, no problem. Don't worry. Nothing wrong. Yeah.
This Vrinda Gopi and Tulsi Gopi.
Yes.
There are two different
Yeah,
personalities.
different personalities. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Even sometimes two names are there. Like, I mean, Rati Manjari is known as Tulsi Manjari also.
okay.
So same name, Tulsi, but one is a Manjari and one is a Gopi. These are different personalities. Like sometimes you can have two names also.
Like we know, like from the spiritual world, they expand to the material world. So like
They're always there in the spiritual world, but they may expand here also.
So the plant which we see, Tulsi
Yeah.
Maharani, so this is the expansion of the Tulsi Gopi from the spiritual world or from the
No, that is from the plant. Tulsi plant
Tulsi
is there.
plant, one
Yeah,
of the, like,
Yeah,
she
which
has
is under
also
Vrinda Devi.
under Vrinda Devi.
Yeah, it's different than Tulsi Gopi. It's not expanded from Tulsi Gopi.
Okay.
No.
But in the spiritual world, the Tulsi bush. or
Yeah, it's there.
That is expansion of Tulsi Manjari.
No. Not expansion of Tulsi Devi, not expansion of Tulsi Manjari.
Okay.
No, just the name is there, Tulsi.
That's name.
Yeah.
So there
What's your name?
Tulsi
Tulsi
Priya.
Priya, right? Tulsi.
So there is a Tulsi bush under Vrinda Devi in the spiritual world
Right.
that has come here in the Middle East.
There are many Tulsi plants there.
Right.
So then they expanded here also. Yeah. The Lord's devotees, they can expand also like in Dwarka. So Krishna is there going to the different palaces. Then Vasudeva and Devaki, when is in need, they will expand. In different palaces they're there. So they can expand also by the Lord's arrangement. So there are so many plants all over here. So they're just expanded form of Tulsi Devi.
So when we say like when we say Vrindavan, so generally we explain that this
Vrindavan.
was the forest of the Tulsi plants. So this is in general way, like
Yeah, Tulsi is there.
To say like
Yeah.
Tulsi is the expansion of Vrinda Devi, so
Yeah.
we can use the word Vrindavan as well because this is a
Yeah.
forest of
Yeah.
Tulsi
Also if it is said Vrinda Devi is there, and it is said it was, that Radharani gave it to Vrinda Devi, so therefore it is known as Vrindavan.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Everything belongs to, of course, Krishna or Radharani, and even actually the Dham is an expanded form of what? Balaram. At the same time is also a manifestation of Krishna. Some say it is a manifestation of Radharani, and it is all true. Sat Chit Ananda. So the Sat aspect is there, and the Chit aspect is there, and the Ananda aspect is there. Sat Chit Ananda, Vrindavan Dham. So, and even so Sri Guru, or of course Krishna is Satchidananda Vigraha, Balaram is Satchidananda Vigraha, Radharani is Satchidananda Vigraha, but Krishna is more the Chit Shakti, Chit Shakti, and Balaram is Sandhini Shakti, and Radharani is Ladini Shakti. So the Sandhini is more, but still Chit Shakti is there also, Chit and Anand is there also. But Balaram is Sandhini Shakti, the personification. But he's Satchidananda Vigraha also. So the spiritual master is also Satchidananda Vigraha. So if he's an associate of Radharani, then he's more the Hladini Shakti is there. If he's an associate of Balaram, then the Sandhini Shakti is more present there.
So that is why it is also said that the spiritual master is also an expansion of Radharani, like
Yeah, manifestation of Radharani.
many times
Yeah.
it is said.
And it is said also of Nityananda for the
Yes.
preaching.
Yes.
Because Sat is there also.
Yes, yes.
Satchidananda.
Yes.
So he's representing everyone.
Or Krishna.
Yeah, of course.
Combination.
Krishna Kripa Sri Murti. The spiritual master is the Diksha Guru is a manifestation of Krishna Rup. Shiksha Guru is the manifestation of Krishna Sarup. So,
These personalities who is bona fide spiritual masters in this world, they like special souls who, why they will came to this world, because I saw they not affected bona fide, I mean about bona fide spiritual master, they don't affect the material nature, what I saw, and they have so much compassion, and they, this is their own choice to be here, or how it happens, why this.
well, basically, this Krishna's desire.
They just
The associates, even it is mentioned one time, that apparently Prabhupada said that Krishna asked me to come. I didn't want to come here. But then Krishna said, don't worry, everything will be fine. So, but basically you see that Krishna is coming to this world and as his associates are coming with him, or then sometimes it may be also separately that Krishna may send somebody here that may be there. So it is by Krishna's will that one will come here. Nobody wants to go from the spiritual world to this material world. But by Krishna's will they're coming here. And then they are there and then to preach. And then so, of course, the Nitya Siddha are there, the eternal associates of the Lord, ever liberated. And then, so they're coming here with Krishna, with Mahaprabhu. Or after that they may also come. And then those who become perfect by sadhana or by kripa, and then they may also then be empowered to preach Krishna consciousness. Then by their choice they are preaching also, because they have, or by their desire, they want to help others. That is natural for for a Vaishnava. He wants to help others. That is a symptom of a Vaishnava. He feels compassion for others, he wants to help others. But in different jivas or the different devotees, they may have a different nature.
But who born life to life, like many lives who born life to life, like I would like to understand what much please Krishna when these personalities compassion and the help to others, then or they will serve in spiritual world. Because I saw in these personalities who are really bona fide spiritual masters, they like inside message they have like Krishna more pleased than when they hear help to other souls, then they there.
Yeah, we see in the spiritual world all the eternal associates are there, they're giving Krishna so much pleasure in the loving exchange. And then when Krishna comes here, they may come here also. And so Krishna is in the loving exchange with his eternal associates, and that is perfect and complete. So, and of course, Srimati Radharani, she is the most exalted of all the gopis, and she is given, and she is giving so much pleasure, the most pleasure she is giving to Krishna. She is most expert to satisfy Krishna. So, but she herself, of course, when Krishna comes, she comes to this world also, but it's not that she's going out to preach, right? But then, of course, Mahaprabhu is there with the combined form, and then he's preaching Krishna consciousness. So all the associates of Krishna Braj, they're giving Krishna pleasure. But then in this world, so And the sadhakas, the practicing devotees are there. And so if one is, for example, thinking to please Krishna, like the bhajananandis, they do their bhajan and then they please Krishna. And so Krishna is reciprocating and is pleased by their devotional service. At the same time, if one is a Goshtyanandi and one is preaching, giving the knowledge to others, then Krishna has explained us in Bhagavad Gita that one who preaches the message which I have given here in Bhagavad Gita, so is most dear to me. So he becomes very dear to Krishna. Because Krishna himself, he wants to deliver the conditioned souls. And if somebody is taking up this service of trying to help others, so then he's very dear to Krishna, most dear to Krishna. So therefore we try to give Krishna consciousness to others. And in this way we can please Krishna the best. But if one has pure love for Krishna, so then Krishna will appreciate that. He may be a simple devotee and not doing much preaching, but he has love for Krishna. So one time the book distributors, they were asking Prabhupada, and they wanted the answer, yes. Those who are distributing my books, they are most dear to me. But he could understand their ego. We are book distributors, so Prabhupada, what is most pleasing to you? And then Prabhupada is saying, if you have developed love for Krishna, that is most pleasing to me. So we have to see that we can develop love for Krishna. Then Krishna will be pleased. So you may be simple housewife, or you may be cleaning pots in the kitchen, or doing some humble seva. Okay, so we read. Atra shastrasya, shastram atra samakyatam yad bhakti pradipadakam. Serve it through the scriptures. Scriptures here refers to those scriptures which present bhakti, so that is also very important to serve the scriptures. So like reading the scriptures, speaking about the scriptures, hearing the scriptures. Even you can worship the scriptures also. Like traditionally, when they had Bhagavad Katha, then they were offering artik to the scriptures, or even doing puja. Like every day, some they are doing, having the book, and then offering flowers, incense, key lamp, and some bhoga. Some temples they have, there's one temple here, one pious person, he was connected to ISKCON, and he had a big temple. He made his own temple, an ashram. And then he asked me to help him with the seva. The deities were not yet installed, and he asked the management, please, help me to manage. And they said, well, you give us the place and then we'll manage. And he said, no, why shall I give? But he has a nice place, and then he went to Gaudimath and they took it. But he anyhow is a little bit also special person. So, yeah, anyhow then he asked me also to help, but I said, well, I have enough seva here. So what was the point? Worshipping the scripture, right, thank you. So there he has an altar with Radha Krishna, and in one altar he has the scriptures, the 4 Vedas, the Bhagavatam, like this, the Mahabharata, and they are worshipping every day. So that is traditional in Bharatvarsha also, in some places.
We mentioned about the Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru.
Yes.
So Krishna, Rupa and Krishna Swarup.
Yes.
Krishna Swarup means
Krishna's room is Krishna's form, Krishna Roop is Krishna's form, and Sarup is his nature actually, his nature. Yeah, his nature, his mood, yeah. So just like you can see Krishna, like you can see Shyam Sundar in the temple, that is one thing, but what is he thinking, Krishna? What is he thinking? You know what Krishna is thinking? You know?
He's thinking about his friends, his gopis.
Yeah, mostly he's thinking about the gopis. He's thinking about his friends also, but even when he's with the gopas, he's thinking, okay, when can I go and now meet the gopis? And then he's going, in the morning he's going after breakfast with the boys, cowboys and the cows and calves, playing a little bit, but he's thinking about the gopis also, and he's looking forward to meet the gopis at Radhakund. When he's Radhakund with the gopis, he's not thinking about the gopas. Only after some time, wait a minute, I have to go back home now. I have to meet the gopas again. And then he's meeting them, and then he's going home and taking the dinner, and then he's already thinking where to meet the gopis and sending maybe a message, and then he will meet them at night time for Raslila or Nikunja Lila. So that is there. So the Diksha Guru is there, and the relation, sometimes we say, is establishing the relationship with Krishna. Actually, relationship is there already with Krishna, but is helping the disciple to realize his relationship with Krishna. So and then he's giving a name. So, and the Diksha Matras may be given also. So that is a formality. Even Prabhupada said, this is a formality, and is helping. So, because everything is there already, but the Spirit Master is helping, giving him a name so he remembers, yes, I'm Krishna Das. I'm not whatever. Like this same person who I did playing at this place here, this ashram, his name was Kela. Kela. Well, sometimes you can see in the villages, Katori Devi. You know Katori? You don't know Katori? There's a bowl, and we should put the Samji. Sometimes at this name, or Loki Devi. Samji. Yeah. Yeah, it's a kind of what's going on here.
Bhakti Devi.
Huh?
Bhakti Devi.
Is it? Acha.
There is a school in Mathura, Katori Devi Public School.
Katori Devi Public School, see? I'm not just making up a story, it is real. So, but then we give a name, so, or we receive a name, so we can remember Krishna. Or just like, yeah, the child is there, Krishna, Krishna, come here. So then we sing Krishna's name. So in this way, so the Spirit Master is there to help. And then, so, even without Diksha, we can chant this, the Mahamantra, and there's benefit, but if the Spirit Master is there, he's chanting on the mala, giving the beads, and then blessings are there of the Spirit Master. And then he may give Gayatri mantras. So Gayatri is also not different from the Lord, like Gauranga Gayatri, Krishna Gayatri, and so on. So that is a help. And usually Diksha Guru is giving Shiksha also. But if he leaves this world, or if he's having many disciples, so then he may not be giving personal instruction to the disciple, and then we may approach a Shiksha Guru. So, and basically they are, this is explained there, they are one. Akanda Guru Tattva, Diksha Shiksha Guru, so they should have the same mood. And then the Shiksha Guru will give instructions, practical guidance. If he's nearby, then you can take daily guidance or frequent guidance. So then especially then, so he will explain about the mood of of Krishna or the Brijvasis also. So which ultimately, so in the beginning it is formal, we worship the Lord, He's the Lord, I'm the servant of the Lord. It is formal worship, but then eventually one has to enter a little higher level. I don't want to say the name. And then, so in that spontaneous platform, then again, you need the guidance of the Spirit Master. Like, yeah, so always guidance is needed, but especially then also in that realm also, we need some guidance.
So Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru basically when we are saying, so Krishna Swarup,
Yeah.
so he is like in terms of educating the disciple to understand the mood of Krishna, that's why we are saying Krishna Swarup.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
So, but basically also that means the Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru are highly advanced.
yeah,
Of course, nowadays, many times you will see, they will say a counselor is a Shiksha Guru, but actually it's Vatma Pradarshak Guru. He's showing the path. Vatma Pradarshak Guru. Vatma is the path. Pradarshak is showing the path. Usually the counselor in this system, so the Vatma Pradarshak Guru, they're showing the path. Because actually if you see closely, and if you see according to this statement, and Chaitanya Rasamrita, the Shiksha Guru is equal to the Diksha Guru. Means he's highly advanced. So that is there. Then he can tell all these things. Otherwise not. Yatha Skande, here we just finished this page also. Vaishnavani tu sastrani yeshindvanti patanti cha danyaste manava loke tesham Krishna prasidati. Vaishnavani tu sastrani ye archayanti grihe naraha. Sarva papa vinirmukta bhavanti sura vanditaha. Tishtate Vaishnanam shastram likitam yasya mandire. Tatra Narayana Deva Swayam Vasati Narada from Skanda Purana. O Narad, fortunate are those people in this world who hear and read the Vaishnava scriptures. Krishna is pleased with them. Those who worship the Vaishnava scriptures in their houses become free of all sins and are praised by the Devatas. The Supreme Lord Narayan himself lives in the house where the written Vaishnava scriptures have appeared. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Tishtate in the Atmanipada means to express or manifest oneself. So any Sanskrit scholars here? No? No Sanskrit scholars? Atmanipada, there's two ways of expressing. Like for example, when we do a yagya, and then we do sankalpa, and the declaration of the activity, and then we say Achyuta Gotra, and then I say my name, and then Aham Karishyami, I'm doing this yagya, Aham Karishyami, and then is Aham Karishye, I'm doing, but I'm doing for others, it's not for me. So I'm doing actually, but I'm doing for others. Then is aham karishye. But if I'm doing myself, for myself is aham karishyami, and I'm doing. So that is atmanepada, atmanepad, that is for oneself. And for others there's another name, I forgot now the other name. Means to express or manifest oneself, tishtate. Thus the meaning is Narayan lives in the house where the written Vaishnava scriptures have spontaneously appeared. Of course, spontaneously appear the scriptures. Of course, usually we're getting maybe somebody's giving us a book. Oh, of course, then sometimes somebody may just come to the house. Look here, I have a book for you. Then, wow, then you may say this spontaneously, it has appeared.
I changed to one apartment actually.
What's that?
I was shifting from one apartment to another, and I opened the door.
And there was a
There was a book, Prem Bhakti Chandrika.
okay,
Like it was Narayana Maharaj.
yeah.
It appeared.
Yeah, so So, but anyhow, in other words, if therefore Prabhupada wanted that we distribute so many books, and he was saying in every house there should be, my book should be there. Bhagavatam said, Srimad Bhagavatam. Because then, even if one is not reading, but the book is there, and the Bhagavatam, but it's good to read also, right? Which canto? Yeah, you, yeah. Third canto. Second. Good, okay. Okay, good. Vaidhi Bhakti. Fine, okay. Okay, doing Vaidhi Bhakti, very good. Who told you to read Bhagavatam? I told you to start from where? From the 10th canto? From the first canto, okay, good. And you? 8th canto, very good, bravo, okay. You're behind, huh? You started together?
She's doing more very.
Oh, yes. So what are you doing?
He's moving right away.
No. He's more busy making money. And she's at home cooking a little bit. And no, she's also working actually, right? Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, so we are fortunate we have books. Okay. You have books in your house? Okay, you have books in your house? All fortunate. In your room, yeah. You don't. Yeah, you have a room, yeah. Bhajan Kutir. Okay. You? Okay. What books? Okay, good. So Krishna is there, Mahaprabhu is there. You have all the books?
Yes, and all books of my Guru Maharaj.
All good. Okay, good. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, he wrote about Tulsi Devi also, right? Yeah. Yeah. You have books? Okay, but you should read also, okay? You're reading?
Little.
Little bit, okay. So you learn some more
I'm
shlokas?
not able to read, I like to hear more.
Okay. Oh, that's good also. But it's nice to read also. So how many shlokas? You learn some shlokas?
15, right?
15, okay. Okay, 5 more for 20, huh? Okay, fine. So we're all fortunate because we have the scriptures. And so if we are reading, we are more fortunate. And so if we are hearing, we are very fortunate. And especially also Mahaprabhu said that we should hear the book Bhagavat from the person Bhagavat. Person Bhagavat means he has studied the books and he's applied in his life the teachings of the book. So that is a person Bhagavat. So we should try to be person Bhagavat. And then even the demigods, they will praise the devotees. Wow, look this. Devotees there, having the scriptures in the house. They're worshipping the Lord. Okay, so we stop here. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu ki. Srila Rupa Goswami Pada ki. Srila Prabhupada ki. Srila Gurudeva ki. Hare Krishna.